So, what is the nothingness? And many people won't comprehend this concept, because the concept is simply just empty in itself, like the nothingness. And like I understand, and our consciousness is not as easy as you thought, maybe, because our consciousness and our subconsciousness is built on that, on this empty thing, because the world is empty. But our self is a different thing from consciousness. And when you think about that, self is made, like yourself, your persona, your some qualities, your traits, your interests, your way of talking, your goals, your ambitions, your everything. When you're thinking about it, you understand that this is all socially like socially, um, it's all manifesting socially. It's all manifesting in some activity. It's all manifesting in some um, in exercising your self out there. But when you think about being conscious and being having an identity is two different things, because many people out here who got narcissistic identity, they have consciousness, but they don't have, they don't have self, you know, and they have identity disorder, meaning they don't have a self, but they have consciousness. And many of them things that they do is made intuitively, like a robot like, programmed like. And there's some voice that's telling you, not even a voice, and there's an observer inside of every human that have no thoughts, that have no connection to culture, that have no connection to your anything, it's not connected to this. There's an observer not only in them people, in every human being. There's an observer that telling you, that observing, like, that is no, that is observing the existence, like I'm gonna say it like that, like I understand. And I think truly, like, to truly feel peace and to truly, like, reboot your system is to connect with that, is to connect with that observer, that make your let your self chill a little bit, let your um, let your whole cascade of functions that you're using in social life or in just a day-to-day routine life, let that let the thing chill. And when you're just doing nothing, and I think it's not doing nothing, I think it's just like observing the existence is the truly the hardest thing and the craziest thing, because it's just like connects you with nothing. It connects you with absolutely nothing, when you, after my crisis, after my understanding of all this, psychology and disorders and things like that, I understand that many of them connections with people that I did, that took place for me, it was my own responsibility, and it was my own will as well. It was my own. It's in me as well. If because the shared fantasy, if we're talking about some bond, bonding with some abuser or bonding with somebody, is on two sides of the coin. Is nothing is wouldn't happen if you not build the same, like kind of, but just mirrored. So I really took a break from, and I understand that, people is people. You cannot change them, and you accept them, and you accept the people like they are, and you face it. You actually go and face it. You face these people with new understanding, and that's what I did. In the New Year's, I've been in and go. I've been in and just sit at the table with my relatives, and I face it. I've just faced it and understand that many of emotions that I experienced that day, it was like nostalgic, because like it was my choice. Like, it was all programmed. Like I said, it's just like rush of emotions that I experienced. It was just like nostalgic. Even this is scripted, even the discarding, and even this is kind of scripted. So the only way to kind of like understand the world, or maybe have a peace, like inner peace, is to connect with nothingness, with acceptance, nothingness, and just this reality that is have no logic and things like that. So I'm just sitting there, drinking coffee without absolutely no contact with human being. I having no contact with humans except my mom in my social media, in my text messenger. I wasn't like, I never say new, like, it was already happened for me. I think it's just like is a circle, is just like a waves, you know, of this thing, you know, and then you will, I don't know if you learn by your mistakes or not, but it definitely happened with me, and I end up with the same kind of people. So the only way is just like to not make it hard for yourself and not destruct yourself and not destruct anyone else, is just to connect with that, you know, with aloneness and nothingness, you know. And I think aloneness is a different word, but I think being more introverted really helping me, you know. The less you talk, the less you provoke these negative thoughts in your brain, in your mental. The less you talk and the less you actually like discuss something, the more you are stable and the more you are um, like you're magnifying this energy. Like, it's not positive energy though. I'll describe it like a peace, you know, just a peace upon my head, you know. And the dreams, I was dreaming about a lot of different things, bro, in the shared fantasies, and I end up doing it like alone, these things alone with no people. So I was just like a mixture of emotions. Like I just like, I really, you know, I'm proud of myself, you know. I'm proud of my like life and the point I'm in right now. But it's just the thing that I was dreaming about these things, like to experience this with somebody else. And like some Masonic Illuminati shit, there's nobody when you are happy, like you're truly happy, you cannot share it with somebody else. It's just like it's meant to be, or it's just like these people that I picked and for shared fantasy, it's meant to be like this, you know, because there's no other way I can describe it, you know. So it's our acceptance and facing it, you know. You gotta face this. You're facing this feeling, you're facing this reality, and you're facing it, and you're actually proud of yourself. But it's just like there's nobody to actually express it to. Like, that's why I'm making this video, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's truly weird though.